In today's society, a disturbing trend has emerged. People are becoming more emotionally fragile and less resilient than ever before in history, or at least in modern history. But why is this the case? A lot of people would think, oh, well, it could be politics. It could be, that we have things too easy, or we have too many luxuries, we're too privileged, all this kind of thing. I wouldn't say it's partly that, but it's not specifically just one of those. Rather, these things in which we can list off endlessly come from an ideological stand that has been quite consistent, I would say, in the past maybe 30 years, or maybe more extreme in the past 10 years, which would be inclusivity. I think inclusivity is kind of more of the threat that has led most people, or many people, to be emotionally fragile and less resilient. So why is this the case? Why do I think this is the problem at hand here? So the root cause of this decline can be traced, like I'm saying, what I think, to this misguided interpretation of inclusivity, which has blurred the essential distinctions between the definitions of proficiency and incompetence. We can't define or outline the difference between these two things because we highlight and constantly focus on this idea of inclusivity, to be inclusive of everything. Inclusivity, by its very nature, what I think is what does it excludes exclusivity. It excludes talent, authenticity, individuality, which is what is very necessary to be able to identify what is proficient in other people, of what they are good at doing. If we include everything, it kind of creates a form of mediocrity. It lowers the standards of what we are trying to achieve. And this practice has dealt a kind of death blow to the recognition of true talent, true skill, and proficiency, like I'm saying. So in the obvious pursuit of what this is, which is to please the masses, to please the mass populace, we have sacrificed the celebration of genuine achievement for inclusivity itself, because we want to please everyone. The only way we can do that is if we are inclusive of everyone, if we give a participation trophy out to everyone instead of giving a trophy out to someone who's actually achieved something and actually excelled at what they're trying to do. Instead, we reward mediocrity with empty platitudes, elevating those who choose to meet only the lowest standard. Really, this culture of inclusivity inadvertently breeds incompetence, because striving for excellence or exclusivity is no longer the primary aim. Now, why does this lead to a population that is fragile and weak? Why is this the case? The answer lies, I think, in the creation of a society that expects superficial validation. If we're not striving for things constantly, if we're told by society that, just partaking in things is good enough, then we're not actually going to strive for any form of excellence. And we're just going to seek out for superficial validation with things. And that's just how it's going to be, because we don't really need to try that much if we're constantly just told that, it's good enough that you just tried, So people now anticipate praise even for incompetent, efforts, believing that mere participation warrants reward. And this is where we create this kind of safety bubble, this comfort zone of, expectation. And this kind of leads us into this state of mind where we expect reward, we expect things of privileges in which we haven't really earned. And then that creates a very fragile, weak mindset, because as soon as something that happens that is at least somewhat challenging, we just kind of break away into we just crumble away at the challenge itself, because we're not used to it. And this has led, I think, to a rise of a generation that no longer values or recognizes hierarchies, virtues, values, or exclusive talents at all. Instead, we have embraced a delusion that everyone is a winner, regardless of their actual accomplishments. As long as they, sign up and take part, they are a winner. This mentality has inevitably resulted in a mass production of incompetence, in my opinion, at least. And the belief that rewards are deserved regardless of effort has taken root, leading to lowered standards for what it means to provide proficient skill and value to society itself. Inclusivity, as it is often practiced, drowns out the recognition of unique contributions and exceptional character. Therefore, by failing to differentiate between varying levels of competence and diminishing the importance of striving for excellence, society has fostered an environment where emotional strength is not only rare, but also kind of unnecessary because of inclusivity itself. In a culture that neither motivates nor challenges its people, there is little need for resilience or personal growth, basically. So we have created a fragile populace, unprepared to face challenges and in adversity with necessary resilience. Now, obviously, what we need to do in the face of this is we need to learn how to practice resilience and become more competent at what we do. And the only way we can do that is by first recognizing our weaknesses within ourselves. And this is why I run my coaching program, which is an anti-procrastination coaching program. It's built to help people pull themselves out of bad habits, bad discipline, so that they can learn skills to be more proficient with things, to have better prioritization skills and things of this nature. So if that is something you are interested in signing up to, or you at least want to jump on a discovery call with me and learn a bit more about the process, then I'd very much be happy to talk to you and kind of give you a rundown of what's involved within the anti-procrastination coaching program. So if that is something you're interested in, book in that free call down in the description below. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like, share it about, comment your thoughts down below. What do you think? And of course, thanks for watching. I will speak to you in the next video.